Peace, beloved. Be safe. I hope everyone is out there being safe. I want to send life, love, and ashe, amen energy to those who've lost people due to the COVID-19 virus and all the other reasons that some of us are, becoming ancestors. One sister in particular, I really want to share a lot of love and support for. She's gone through a lot most of the time that I've known her, and to lose somebody so dear to her, either today or yesterday, just it really troubles my heart. So we give our prayers to and support Ashe and our amens to people who are dealing with struggles. It's time to get on code. It's time to get on code. And one of the ways that we can get on code is to deal with the times, the day and the times that we're facing. One of the things that may make things better are the upcoming stimulus checks from the federal government. And I got a chance to talk briefly with a king and a queen, or I should probably say a queen and a king, a queen and a husband, who enlightened me last night about some of the things that are important to understand about the stimulus check. So, hey, I want to bring back to the stage Queen Phoenix. What's up, Queen? And her husband. And Sean. What's up, Sean? How you doing, bro?
Hey, bro. All right.
All right, well, it's time to get on code. And look, the stimulus checks are coming. So what should we who are on code do with our money? How should we handle the situation? What things do we need to know? I'm going to place it into your solid hands, Sean.
Well, first thing, man, I appreciate you again. And I want to say hi to everybody out there. Right now is a crazy time, right? Crazy time in our, not only our country, but worldwide with this corona virus going around and what's happening. And I actually in Richmond here had to visit my daughter. She's going to be at Virginia Union and take care of some things up here with her. So we're coming from the car. So we're here just like you guys. Our business is being affected, our lives being affected, all those different things. So, really right now the economy, the Seiko is just being attacked, right, because of this virus. It actually has been a huge thing. So I know so many people have been either displaced from work, can't work like they normally. If you're a business owner, if you're out there and your business has been put off because of this, right? You're not being able to do business like you used to. So many of my entrepreneurs been facing that. So many people lost employment, and unemployment is at the highest this country ever been. I don't know if you knew that, but ever been. This is the highest that ever been in this country, and because of these things, people have lost a lot of money. The market had severely dropped. People have lost all their gains, basically, that they had gained in the last 3 years. Bro, they lost it like in the last couple of weeks, right? So that's the impetus or everything behind why this stimulus check is being done. So yes, there's a lot of challenges, a lot of things happening, right? So now a lot of people lost money. They're not making as much money, or they're being cut back, all that. So the government wanted to create the stimulus check. But we have to understand, why do government create stimulus checks? Is it just because, hey, we love y'all? We just want you all to have, right? I mean, is that why Donald Trump is there to say, man, I see you right now, bro, and you need some money. I just want to support you. I just being honest.
I'm assuming that no.
No, right? That's not where they're coming from. So what is the stimulus for? The stimulus is something, right? I mean, to stimulate something. But to stimulate what? And not to stimulate. Is it to stimulate for me, or stimulate what? Stimulate the U.S. government economy. That's what it's for. Right. So we haven't realized this when we gonna be, because I already have some of y'all might know, but I have a financial service business and tax company, right? So I have a lot of clients already calling, like, trying to figure out how to get their checks and what's going to happen and so on. But you have to know with anything like this, there's the things that's going to be there's certain things you have to do to make sure you get your check, and then secondly, you have to know what's going the ramifications from getting that check. And I'm very very concerned that our people not just running around thinking that this is free money because nothing in America is free, right?
You're saying that it's not really free. You're saying that are you saying that certain people are going to get it and others are not? Is that what I'm gathering? What you're saying?
Well, you have to make sure you're doing what you need to do to get your check, right? So first thing is how they know who you are is through taxes. Number one, right? If you filed your taxes in 2018 or 2019, they're looking back at that to say, hey, who will you get your stimulus check to, right? So first thing you have to have filed your taxes. So my people out there that don't want to file your taxes, you're not really might not be. Just letting you know, don't be expecting that deposit into your account. Just like you know, just
all right.
Just
so
you know, that's how they're coming back, right?
No no check.
Yeah, yeah. So actually, it's very important too. So if you haven't done taxes in a little while, that you actually do that if you want to get the stimulus to put it in. Now, if you owe taxes, this is not going to be. This cannot be taken to pay any rears, or from my understanding, is not going to be used to pay old child support, that kind of stuff. That's from my understanding from looking into it. I was doing some reviewing of the information. So right now, so if you have those type of concerns and you're like, hey, I don't want to file or what's going on there. If you want the stimulus, you still need to file to get that. So you definitely need to file your return, either your 18 or 19 return. Now, what I'm understanding,
is it too late to file?
No. Actually, one is so I'm encouraging all my clients and stuff to go ahead and file as soon as they can, but right, but they pushed it to July the 15th. So you don't have to pay. Oh, you don't have to file your taxes until July 15th. That makes sense.
Okay, so if I don't file until July 15th, will I miss out on my eligibility for stimulus check?
Well, the sooner you file, the better. If you want your check, right? Now, if you filed last year, they can't look at your last year things. But in my opinion, they're probably going to look at who filed this year first, and then they don't have all those in line. But I'm just going to assume that this is an assumption in my part. They're going to look at who filed this year and kind of go backwards, if that makes sense. So,
okay,
if you want it quicker, go ahead and file.
Okay.
So I think that's the first thing. Those are people that are on Social Security but don't file. They're gonna go through Social Security to find you. Okay, that's so wherever you got your so wherever you deposit go from your Social Security, the stimulus check will go there. So one thing to know is if you have a old bank account number like connected and you change bank accounts from like 2018 to now, and that was on your return in 2018 return, and you want to change that, then you want to file a new one so that you have the new bank information on there, so you don't delay your check. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. So you definitely want to do that.
Now you said to me that it ain't really free. What do you mean by that? It ain't really free.
So I want people to understand. So what they're doing, right? And just so that you know, it's $1,200 for a single adult, right? It's $2,400 if you're married, and if you have adult children that live with you, it's $500 if they're 16 years or old or younger. It's additional $500 for each child, right? So if you have children under 500, adult children they will get their $1,200 directly to them if they file. Right. So here's the thing: the reason why it's not free is that basically this is a advance of your next year's taxes. Right. This is an advance of your next year taxes. Okay. So that means in your 2020, right now we're in 2019 filing, right? Next year be 2021, and you'll be filing your 2020 taxes. Basically, whatever you get here is basically an advance of whatever you would get there, right? So here's the thing, though. We all have to think about this. What if you don't normally get? So let's say you're a family of three. Let's just be real quickly here. You're a family of three, husband, wife, all right, get there 12, so that's 24 plus 500, right, for a younger child, right? That's like what, 34? What's that? About 3,000. I'm quick math here, right? 2,900, right? Is that correct? About 2,900, right?
Well, you're
So
the math guys.
yeah, I'm doing quick math in my brain
Phoenix
right
says
now, right?
yes.
2,900, right?
If Queen Phoenix says yes, it's a yes.
Yeah, she's actually the math person. And I find calculators, and I say this, right? So now that's 2,900. Well, that's going to be an advance. What if you don't normally get 2,900 in your return? I don't know. I'm not sure what exactly going to happen because they're advancing you your taxes for next year. And let's say you don't normally get that return, right? Because of you making more money or whatever. So that they didn't quite explain that yet. But in my thinking, that's going to be maybe a credit or something that I'm not sure, right?
Are you trying to say anything that's advanced needs to be paid back?
That is a good chance that might be, right? So now, what if you normally get let's say you normally get, or your return would normally be $5,000. Mm-hmm. Well, you just got 3,000. You basically got 2,900 up front. So you have to subtract that from that. That's from my understanding from reading the text or reading through the information, because an advance of your next year taxes, right? So just so it's good for right now. I mean, I'm not saying no one might not need the stimulus. You might need that for this moment. At the same time, just realize that will reduce your next year money.
So I just need to prepare myself for the future.
Yeah.
You're saying.
Yeah.
And not look for that extra money to be in my return next year.
Yeah, you just be ready for even lower returns, right? Because that's what people been saying ever since Donald Trump changed some of the tax laws and things. Their returns been lower, right? Well, next year, just look for even a little bit even lower.
Oh,
right.
Wow, how low can you go? How low can you go? How low can you go? All right, so
absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. So you want to make sure that you prepare for that, right? Because one of the ways that our people get hit is financially, and we look at there's so many of us that look towards that time frame as a chance to get a large influx of money. Right.
So let me ask you this: would it be better if a person like myself gets the stimulus check? What would you say? What would you say I should do with it? Because most people, when we get extra money, we feel like that's money we can spend. So, from your expertise, if I get a stimulus check, which is extra money right now, what would be your suggestion that I should do with that? Since I know that my refund next year is going to be lower than what I normally expect.
But this is a chance, guys. I mean, I'm serious. This is where you need to start looking at this money to save and to make it work for you. You want this money to start working for you instead of you just getting some money and you're going to the store and you buying something again, right? I mean, really, but that's what their hope is for you to get the $1,200. You spend the $1,200 real quick and you have no more money. That's their hope. They want to stimulate the economy. You need to stimulate your savings, right? You need to stimulate We need to stimulate our economy to us, our personal economy, which is saving the money, making it grow, doing something different than what we normally do, than just spending your money and it's going away and not coming back to you. So what we have to do is figure out for our people, we have think of different avenues that money can start to grow for us. How can we get that money back into our for your personal home that will start to grow? I mean, because think about this. $1,200, bro. I mean, that's gonna go very, very quick. That's not like that's not some windfall of money. You know what I mean? That's just you just got something there, right? So it's gonna come. It's gonna go just like that, and most people are not gonna think anything of it. So what I mean is, you need to make sure, unless you absolutely need to. I know there's people that might absolutely need that money, but I mean, if you can go without that, put it into something that can grow for you, right? So because you just got some quote free money, and not free, right? But quote unquote, right? Make it grow for you, right? Make it start to grow. And how do you do that? Right now, there's a lot of different ways you can make that happen. You need to find. There's people right now that haven't lost any money in the market because they've been what we've been called using indexing. So the money haven't lost no money in the market because they've been indexed, right? So when everyone lost 30, 40%, they have lost zero. My suggestion is figure out how to get into an index account, right? Talk to somebody that knows how to get you into a place where your money can be protected from loss, right? And also that it can grow without paying taxes, because there's places like that.
What's the fastest way to get an estate? If I wanted to say, okay, I have this lump sum of money and I want to make sure I leave a legacy, what's the fastest way where I can put a little bit of money into something, but I can get a big estate wherein if something happens to me, I know that my kids and everything else is secure? Which way would that be?
Well, before you answer that, should I be thinking about estate planning? Why should I think about estate planning?
Yeah, you should. You know what? Right now, it's crazy because most of people, when I say this, like if you're in the medical field, this is so many of them have now been approached or they're surrounded by the virus. You don't know, right? I mean, things like that. You need to have your stuff in order. This is not the time. This is not the situation in life to be like, well, I'm not sure what's going on with my money and my goals in life for my future, for my kids, for grandkids, and so on. So if you have a home, if you have cars, if you have money put away, if you're trying to set things aside and you really want to make those things happen, you need to have a will. You need to have a trust, right? Definitely. I'm going to say this, right? If you're making over $100,000 a year, and this is just my opinion, you need to start looking into a trust. Okay, you need to start figuring out ways to shelter your money legally from taxes. Okay, all right, in the right way, and you need to start doing those things. But why estate planning? Because you know what, that builds estates for your family, right? And yesterday we my wife was with you guys and talking about Madison C.J. Walker and that whole area. We have to be better at our communities building these estates. We can't be having multi-millionaires and then and now, like generations later, they're not multi-millionaires anymore. You know what I mean? We should be coming from a place where right now we're making hundreds of thousands of dollars right now, right? Let's say you're 100,000 a year there, right? And because you plan your estate, and the quickest ways of that is life insurance, right? Life insurance, and now you could be passing to the next generations millions of dollars, right? So and they'll be receiving that money tax free, and every single generation is growing in wealth instead of basically starting over from zero and going more and more broke, right? It's time out for us being broke, right? It's time out for us to being, hey, we just having money and like we thinking that it's going to be like, woo, we good. I mean, and you know what? The thing is even us positive people, man, we that knowledge, and we still not using our money correctly, right? We still not saving our money correctly. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
bro. We have to do that too.
All right, bro. So, you convinced me. I need to set up an estate. So I get this lump sum from the stimulus check. Following your queen's question, what do I do?
Well, you need to find someone that can actually tell you, educate us, you about money. Like that's what I do. I know a lot of great people that have done that. That does that. Someone that you can sit down and really explain this, right? And have different options. I'm very, very careful of being like a one size fit all, right? But you need to get some things like life insurance in your life, right? You need to have some things like that, of course. But you need to have a will. You need to have a plan where your money can grow in, right? And you also have that where that money can grow in without losing it in the market, right? So those are things where it's very accessible for anyone. You just need to sit down with someone. You need to sit down with someone and be able to explain indexing to you, right? It's someone that can explain insurance. Someone can explain what is an IRA, what is a Roth IRA, and sit down. I'd be happy to, right? I do it all across the country, right? Talk to people about that, real specifically. But you just need to sit down with someone and find out what your goals, what you want to have happen, and do that. This stimulus check could stimulate you. Really, the right person could take this stimulus check and start making it so that they can either start their business that they always wanted. They could really start something that, or keep it afloat. Of course, if you already have a business, but you can maybe start something where they starting a long-term savings program, right? So they don't have to keep on working when they're 80, right? All these things can be done instead of you buying another used car that's gonna break down on you.
All right, so the government is giving us money to stimulate the economy by enticing us to purchase. And you're saying we need to use the money otherwise.
You need to use the money to stimulate your personal growth. If that makes sense.
Economy.
Yeah.
Your personal economy. Okay.
Yeah. Stimulate your personal economy. Right?
Salute to all my econ representatives out there who understand that my economy concept. So I'm loving what you're saying. But what if I'm just not motivated? I need that extra juice. I need that battery in my back. Is there something I can read? Is there something that keep me motivated? Because I'm not getting this. All I'm getting is
yeah. Hey, I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna plug my wife real quick because I do this a lot, and she's amazing because she's one of the most motivational people I know, and talk to people and get them up and rolling and moving forward right now, right? And we've been together doing this type of thing for 12 years, just out there in the trenches helping people. And she wrote a book, 6 Ways to Conquer Fear. So I believe that our people, a lot of times, and this is everyone, this is going to go real quickly across any type of barrier you want to think. Most people have reasons why they hold them back. And fear is usually at that, right? But she has a book that called 6 Ways to Conquer Fear. I just want her to try and talk about that, how people can start rolling into this and how they could start getting the right momentum into doing the right decisions.
Well, the first thing I want to say is fear is something there to paralyze us. And this is why, if you look at it with this coronavirus, think about how many people have actually been paralyzed from it. Some people are having anxiety. Some people have started going into deep depression. Some people are at home and scared to leave their house. I want to let you know that fear comes to paralyze us. But it's one way that you can actually get rid of fear. And most people are like, what is that? It's actually faith. That's why faith and fear can't coincide in the same atmosphere, because fear comes to paralyze, where faith comes, which is an action-oriented word, to get us to start moving forward. So that at this time, this is the time more than ever that we need to stare our fear in the face and know who controls everything. And I'm here to tell you guys, I know some people probably say, hey, I'm a faith walker. Some people say, hey, I'm not. I believe in a higher power. I don't. I'm here to tell you that you have to believe in something in order to move you forward. because you have to know that there's something bigger than us that is there to protect us. And without believing in that, that's why fear can come and take full control. And then you'll be paralyzed and can't move forward. You might as well say that you're already dead, even though you're breathing. You're already dead because you can't move. You're doing things, you're just surviving, or you're just here going through the motions. What we want to show you in my book is actually telling you how to take that first step, how to talk to yourself, because fear starts in the mind first. Your mind has no limits except the limits that you put on it. So the first thing in my book that is going to show you how to do is take the limits off your mind. God has given us the mind of limitless, which means God created us to be creators. Our gift back to God is what we create. If you think about it, God created us, but he didn't make no car. He didn't make no door. Guess what he did? He put that in us for us to now create, to make the world that we live in a better place. Each one of us holds something unique inside that we need to now bring out to make this world a better place for each and every one of us. But one of you out there have the creativity of creating something else that can impact humanity. You just now need to tap into that. And that's what my book is actually talking about and showing you how to do that. And I know a lot of times that hold us back. The first thing we say is, I don't have the money. Well, if you think you don't have the money, you don't have the money. But if you think yourself to be a millionaire, guess what happens? Your brain goes to work to show you how to create the millionaire that God called you to be. Because all of us is born wealthy. And I know you're trying to figure out, what do you mean we're born wealthy? All of us is born with 24 hours in a day. Our biggest wealth is our time. So the question is, are you investing your time to get a return on your investment, or are you wasting your time? And that's why you have nothing to show for it. So the question is, what are you doing with your wealth?
Wow. Ashe, I'm into that. Ashe, I'm into that. All right, so we're getting these stimulus checks. I'm going to bring it back and we'll wrap things up. We're getting these stimulus checks. And from what I would just learn from you is it's kind of like a loan, really, off of next year's taxes, tax return, rather. And that there are things I can do with that stimulus check to positively influence my personal economy.
Yes.
And I have to fight this depression, this lackadaisical attitude, and the impulse just to spend crazy, with believing in there's a future for me.
Absolutely.
We'll have it all wrapped up.
Yeah. Yes, because if we do this correctly, I'm telling you, there's other people right now. They're gonna take this $1,200, this $2,400, wherever the kids' money is. They're gonna take it as seed money, right? Seed time. They're gonna take it as seed money, and they're gonna start something. They're gonna make it flip for them. It's gonna grow. And I'm just looking at this. I don't want our people to be in the complete opposite of that, where we have this money and it just went away, and it's actually planting seeds for other people, right? We have to be in that position where we're taking that money, we're being able to plant seeds for ourselves. You know, as my wife was saying, use your time right now, very valuable, right? This is chances for you to take your time and invest your time, right? And then invest your money into you so that your economy can grow faster, right? Your economy for your family and then for your future, right? And you know, I encourage people to reach out to us. I mean, they can reach out to us in simple ways, right? I'm old school, right? I'm on Facebook, Sean Tull, right? You can find me on Facebook. You can find Queen Phoenix, is my wife, you know, on Facebook. She has that book. But I mean, any way you want to reach out, we're going to start doing more things to get the word out. But I'm just telling you right now, I just see this as this is a chance. Seiko, this is a chance, bro. I'm just going to let you know, more people can become millionaires right now because of what's happening than ever before.
Interesting. How can people catch up, get in contact with Queen Phoenix? What should we look up on online to get in contact with you,
I
Queen?
didn't get the church.
If you want to get in contact with me, you can reach me out on Twitter, which is Queen Phoenix 757. I'm also on Instagram, Queen Phoenix _757. So give a shout out Facebook at Queen Phoenix. So anytime you want to reach me, you can go there. My book is sold on Amazon. When you go to Amazon, just make sure you put in 6 ways to either conquer or 6 ways to conquer your fear. My book will pop right up. You can go ahead and get orders now. You want to get it because I made sure that it's very short. It's a 20-minute read. So therefore, anytime you wake up in the morning, you just need encouragement. That book right there will jumpstart your day. So I didn't make it a real thick book. I made it a very short read. So therefore, it can be inspiring, but yet powerful. I always tell people, don't let the small size fool you because it's a powerful punch within that size. So it's a small book, but it's definitely a lot of powerful information inside. So you definitely want to get it. Again, it's at Amazon, and it's 6 ways to conquer your fear.
All right, good stuff. So, hey, people, let's get on code. Let's stay on code. Let's change the world. All right, so I think